midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive.
Well, everybody was up there ready at the line of scrimmage, CD, but no snap, and the delay of game ensued.
Yeah, and I'm sure their head coach is asking the exact same thing. What's going on out there? Almost like they thought they had more time than actually was on the clock.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. Flushed out right. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the first down. And don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
And that is incomplete.
What a matchup we have here in the AFC North on this All Hallows Eve, otherwise known, of course, as Halloween. Kids probably shuffling home right now from trick-or-treating, all hopped up on sugar and ready to drive their parents crazy as these two old rivals get together here. Into a sea of defenders and intercepted.
Trey Flowers picks it. Well, it's no secret he's had trouble this year with interceptions, and this is a bad start for him. First drive, throwing another pick.
No matter who's broadcasting his game, that's how the conversation begins. Throwing too many interceptions, can he take care of the football? If I were his backup, I'd be edging towards the coaches and saying, hey, how about giving me an opportunity?
And he can only manage to get a couple. Second and 8 coming up.
And, CD, you look at this defense, what kind of pressure are they under trying to stop a team that has won 5 games in a row?
Well, to me, it makes their job harder because you know you're going up against an offense that's playing at an elite level. And sometimes you can get too caught up in trying to play the perfect game. You're trying to be too precise, too fine, instead of just letting it rip. And I think that's more the priority than trying to be absolutely perfect.
Burrow going to fake to mix it and now look to throw.
And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Hayden Hurst, his second touchdown on the season.
And the Bengals use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And that makes the score 7-0.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Cleveland offense ready to go. Now remember, the last time out, they threw the interception. That led to the touchdown, so now time to regroup.
It certainly is, and their goal right now as they go back out on the field, a calming drive, something that takes the ball, keeps it for a while, lets the defense relax a little bit, and lets the offense regain confidence in their game plan.
Watson on first down. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple. Off of play action, it's Watson. And that's incomplete.
Everything about that play tells you about today's NFL offenses and what they're asking out of running backs. You can't just be a guy who can run the football. You have to be able to catch it as well, and he didn't get that done on that play.
Faking the give. Now Watson. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. A little surprise pays off on 3rd and 1. Pass instead of run. Gets him 15 yards. On 1st down, Watson.
Going out wide, finds Chubb.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. Now a play fake, and it's Watson. And he lost the football, and the Bengals grab it. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line.
The start of this game has me doing flashbacks and remembering when I was playing and seeing a similar start and seeing the head coach actually take a timeout and gather the whole team around him and tell everybody to get it together. Let's get some focus going here, because maybe he just sensed that maybe the whole team wasn't ready to play.
Yeah, well, they've gone interception, now fumble. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Up at the 29 now, they'll head to the line, 2nd and a yard. Again, it's Mixon. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
And Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does? It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key 1st downs and big runs.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
Buying time to his left.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted.
Greedy Williams picks it off. How big is that penalty? Wipe out the INT.
You'd hate to be the teammate that caused that penalty and wiped out the interception. You got to face that guy in the locker room. Not a lot of fun for you, and you hurt your squad.
Burrow's throw going to be caught by Boyd.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Throwing now, Burrow on 1st down.
And that'll be caught. Touchdown, Bengals. It's Tyler Boyd.
A great play there. 27 yards.
And the Bengals are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. McPherson now for the extra point.
And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started.
And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And, Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Watson. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Trey Hendrickson able to record his 5th sack of the season.
So, Brandon, we sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Check 13. Check 13. He's coming. Double up. 26.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Going for the deep ball.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted.
Picked up by Jesse Bates. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted.
And the Browns are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
Boy, that's the kind of interception that can save a game right there. They're already down 2 scores. Huge play, slowing down what was going against them.
I was thinking the same thing. You get down 3 scores there at this stage, could be in for a long ball game. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down, and he is going to lose yardage here. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Defensively, he has been a presence in their backfield in the first half. Had a sack earlier, and now he comes up with a big tackle for a loss.
The Browns on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Out of the gun, Watson. That's complete to John Ross.
And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
On 1st down, it's Watson. Escaping the pressure right.
And now Watson throws another interception. Daxton Hill picks it off.
And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 for a Bengals TD.
Wow, this one, it is getting out of hand early. They add a pick 6 to the ledger now. 3-score lead still in the first half.
And all that celebrating that you see and hear from those defenders is not just because they scored a touchdown on a pick 6. It's because they're pitching a shutout in this one. Every defender's dream.
And here's Jakeem Grant from his end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
The Cleveland offense ready to go.
Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
2 minutes gone by, 2nd quarter. 3rd and 2, Watson.
Another completion here to Hunt.
Oh, he's got a little daylight. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Well, they only needed a small gain on 3rd down. They end up getting over 30 yards.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far. And never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
Watson off play action.
And this is going to fall to the ground, incomplete. That very nearly their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Now it's Watson. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception.
Daxton Hill picks it off. Well, CD, when you mentioned earlier about spreading the ball around in this game, I don't think you mentioned the guys in the other uniform. With 4 interceptions here in the first half, and several different guys have picked him off.
Yeah, instead of analyzing what's going wrong with him throwing the football, while we look at the defense, they came in prepared. Had excellent game plan, well scouted, and they're taking it away at almost every turn.
Back to Mixon on first down. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. The last run got 9. That leaves him with second and a yard. They'll stay on the ground. Mixon again. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. A 5-yard gain there makes it first and goal. They'll give it to Mixon. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD.
Joe Mixon, his 8th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bengals are able to add on to their first half lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And that makes the score 28-0.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Browns drive about to get started.
As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. We remind you that coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will be alongside. He'll have highlights and analysis from Orlando of this first half of action. From the 30 on second down, Watson. He's got Njoku over the middle. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. On first and 10, Watson. Right back to Njoku. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Right back to him for 10 more and a first.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
Now a first down throw, Watson. Throw left side, caught by the tight end Njoku. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A little too much extracurricular there.
When you have a game with a lot of contact, tensions are going to run pretty high. You're going to be emotional, but you have to harness it somehow, and he didn't on that play.
Here's Watson. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Amari Cooper halfway to 100 now with career touchdown number 50.
And the Browns are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Extra point by McCann, up and good.
And it's now a 28-7 ball game. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. The Bengals drive about to get going. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, But they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well, so that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field's still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
Again, it's Burrow on 2nd and 10. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Greedy Williams picks it off.
And the Browns are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. And that now 2 interceptions thrown in the second quarter.
And you know, a lot of people look at these guys and they think to themselves that maybe, possibly, they're still thinking about the first one. And they probably are. I think in this case, he's just trying to atone for the first interception. Tried a little bit too hard, maybe forced it a bit, and instead created a second one.
After the interception, here's Watson. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Watson. And now here is another interception.
Daxton Hill picks it off.
The 30. 10. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 for a Bengals TD. A big play there by the rookie. An interception followed by the return for 6 points.
If you want to be accepted by your teammates and coaching staff, make plays like that.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And the route is on here in this first half. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Grant, he will not return it, and his guys will begin at the 25.
The Cleveland offense ready to go.
Charles, you're down multiple scores, less than a minute left here, but with that deficit, they've got to try to at least work their way into field goal range to try to muster something out of this drive.
And I'm going to go ahead and date myself one more time because I'm going to quote an old Smokey and the Bandit lyric. They've got a long way to go and a short time to get there, but they still have time to get it done. So I'm looking forward to watching them mount this drive and see if they can get some points out of it.
The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. The Clemson product, DJ Reader, got in for the sack.
Following that sack, Watson and the Browns backed up for a 3rd and long.
Now back to throw. This is the tight end, Njoku. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. The final shot before the break. Watson eluding the pressure right. And able to catch it, but he's out of bounds. And the throw took him beyond the sideline, and that's going to be a turnover on downs. So we've reached halftime here on Halloween. And trust me, kids, if you had to look at Charles Davis every game, you'd think every day was Halloween. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, and they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going.
And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for them. So what's the approach here in the second half?
Just continue to play smart football because they get the other team down and they feel good about the position they're in. The obvious thing people would say is just keep attacking, but I think you also have to be smart about it. Avoid turnovers. That's about the only thing that can derail you at this point. Attack.
Oh, that's just not fair, and now room to run.
And he will be taken down, but not before he gets this to the Browns' 22. 105 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. A first carry for Samaje Perine. And he will force his way forward for a yard or two, but I have a good feeling this will be coming back. That's on Jackson Carman, second-round pick in 2021. Burrow will throw. And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. Tyler Boyd with his second touchdown of the night. And the Bengals have taken a 5-touchdown lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. On the return from his end zone is Grant. And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And the Bengals grab it. And they are going to take possession of the football inside the 15 at the 14-yard line.
Oftentimes when we talk about piling on in any subject, it's a negative. In this case, for this team, it's a real positive. Just scored. Now they go down, knock the ball free, get it back. They got a chance to really increase their lead and put themselves in the driver's seat.
On the other side, a little insult added to the injury. They're in a bad spot.
2nd and 5 now. Burrow. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
Now it's Burrow. And that will be caught, but out of the end zone, says the field judge. It's ruled incomplete.
Let's give this defense some credit now. They let the guys get downfield. But when push came to shove, they stood their ground. Now they're likely to force a field goal attempt.
McPherson's kick is good. So the big return had him fired up, but in the end, the offense stalls out. They only muster 3.
Yeah, the excitement was there after the return, but they didn't move the ball at all after that. They didn't even get a first down.
On the return from his end zone is Grant. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Browns drive about to get started. Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. Or win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles. But I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been...
And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And the Bengals grab it. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. A lot of talk this week about ball security. In fact, they added an extra period in practice to be more secure with the ball. It didn't work out there.
Well, sometimes you just get overexcited during the game. You may all of a sudden make your catch, see some open field, and decide you're going for it, and not realizing the danger lurks while you're doing so. And there's your end result right there.
On 2nd and 9, Burrow. That one taken in by T. Higgins. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
When you decide to run a hitch route, it really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. Nifty move. And he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line.
119 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
Mixon with a first down carry. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal. A good run of 6 yards there. Gets him closer to the goal line with second down coming up.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained run.
And he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. Samaje Perine, his first touchdown on the year.
And the Bengals have got it on cruise control. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. On the return from his end zone is Grant. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Here's Watson. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee.
He broke that line of scrimmage and then let it fly, and that's an automatic flag.
Yeah, and you know, you don't just lose the 5 yards there, but you lose it down as well. So he obviously needs to have better awareness about what he's going to do. Either tuck it and go or throw it to a target and get that pass away.
And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground.
And a lane slow and materializing there as he'll get maybe a yard up to the 45.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Once again, they run with Mixon. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Give him 17 and a Cincinnati first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Burrow going to give this to Mixon.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Line of scrimmage, the 36 on 2nd and 8.
Inside handoff to Mixon. And he's going to get this inside the 30.
163 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
Mixing up the middle. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Now a carry for Perine. And he's going to take this down close to a first down at the Browns' 19-yard line. And he's able to get most of what he needed on the carry there. 7 yards on the gain, and it's 3rd and 2 now. A handoff to Mixon. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on 3rd down. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. And he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9.
But if you're going to have a relay race, you're probably going to pick your backs and receivers to run it, but don't underestimate the conditioning of the offensive line. They're out there just dictating things, staying on the field, and keeping a long drive going.
Calling a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave them with a 3rd and about 5.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
They're passing here. Joe Burrow.
Throw left side, complete to Chase.
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
And McPherson on for the extra point.
Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. On the return from his end zone is Grant. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
The Browns drive about to get started.
And just looking ahead, it would appear that that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one. They'll probably not one that they want to chew on. A poor performance from start to finish.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Now Watson. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And this one is incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Letting one fly deep for Cooper. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Von Bell.
And the Bengals are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
They're trying to eat some clock with Mixon. Oh, and he's not going to make it out of the end zone. The push too strong, and that'll be a safety.
The goal here is about getting any kind of positive yardage in this spot because you don't care who, you don't care how. You just want to try and buy a little space and get away from your own end zone. But in this spot, the defense was all over that play and equally motivated to stick them with a safety.
The Cleveland offense ready to go.
Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory.
And now here is another interception. Picked off by Mike Hilton. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six for a Bengals TD.
McPherson on for the point after.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away.
On the return from his end zone is Grant. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
Fresh off the pick six, it's Watson. They'll go screen here to Hunt. And he is going to lose yardage here. Despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. Second down. Watson now to throw. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down. Watson on third down. Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. Trey Hendrickson able to drop him that time for his second sack of the evening. Desperation time. Watson on fourth down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line. Here's a give to Mixon. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. So this one in the win column now for the Cincinnati Bengals. And I tell you what, I can't remember a defensive performance as good as this one. They seemingly forced turnover after turnover after turnover every time you turned around.
Yeah, you can just keep going with it, can't you? After turnover, after turnover. As this game unfolded, they were doing all the dictating, right? They told the offense exactly how it was going to go down today. So you saw them deflate with every series, didn't you? Every time they ran onto the field, it was slower and slower to get to the football because they just felt like if we go out there, we're just going to turn it over anyway. So it was really, really a stellar performance.
So for the Bengals,
the victory moves them to 7-1 on the year.
And they'll return home next week to take on the Carolina Panthers. Meanwhile, for the Browns, they fall 2 games under 500 now at 3-5. And they'll take this loss into the bye as they'll be back in action in Week 10. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.